Alright, welcome back to another video from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and founder of the Clark and Addison Gaming Company, which is a tabletop sports gaming company. And so we are testing out this new basketball game that I've been working on. Still no name, although it's been suggested top of the key for a name, which is intriguing. I like that name. And so thank you for the gamer who suggested that. We have the second half here of Atlanta at Boston. This is 2022. You might be wondering why I just keep playing the same teams, but it's just because if I need to change the cards, it's a lot easier to change just two teams in the entire league. So as I'm testing the game, I just want to make sure that that I don't run myself out of energy while I'm going through the testing phase. And there have been some changes to the game as I've tested it, but one of the big changes that I made just in the last few days is to add in, let's see, you can see some of these, they have some extra attributes, and so there's one for steals, rebounds, and assists. So Jason Tatum is a good example here. Hopefully you can see that. But he's got a rebounding 2, steal 2, and then he has a defensive rating as well. Now I've gone through and I've changed the look of these, so now there's no headers on there. It's just numbers, which kind of condenses the cards and allows me to create a little bigger font. So anything I can do, and there's still a little bit of work to be done on the cards as well. These are all evenly spaced, each line, so if I go through and I shrink up some of the space, especially down here, it'll allow for maybe a bigger card. I might also only go 4 to a page. Right now I've got 5 on a page, and so it kind of creates these small cards. If I do 4 to a page, I get a little bigger card. Don't know if that's important to people, but you would get something if you're familiar with my other games or on base. Those cards are a little larger, a little wider, and a little less tall. So I don't know if that's important to you. If it is, leave it in the comment section. We are heading into the start of the third quarter here. It's Celtics 59, Hawks 47, and I'll try to keep this here just and keep up with it because it helps me. Going through this small little running score here has been more difficult for me to kind of keep up with what the score is, and when I can see the score nice and big, I feel like I'm in the game a little bit more. So we have our, to go along with these extra attributes, I guess. And really what it is, you can see R1 here for Clint Capella. So that means he's in the sort of upper echelon of the league in terms of rebounds. And so everyone who got I just sorted the entire league, and then everyone above a certain amount for assists, rebounds, and steals. Kind of the top, I don't know, probably 3 to 5% of the league, maybe less than that, got, let's say for rebounds, it's an R1. For assists, got an A1. For steals, got an S1. And then the second group down, I took a kind of a more select second group just below that and gave them a 2. So A2, R2, S2. And then after that is just sort of everybody. So I try to find that line where everything starts to even out a little bit and kind of everybody has the same numbers, or the bulk of the players are. And then above that, just give those special ratings to the people that when you watch the game, you would expect that to happen. So, Trae Young here, he gets an A1 rating, and he has 10.2 assists per game. So what I was doing before was kind of randomly choosing from the play, and that just wasn't getting me the numbers that I was hoping for. You're getting power forwards with like 7 assists. So that's just not John Collins' game. He has 1.2 assists per game, so it's just not his game, but it is Trae Young's game. So I want to make sure I funnel those statistics, which in the grand scheme of things don't mean anything to the scoring or anything like that, but the statistics are real, and I want them to kind of come out toward reality. So I think that's helping a lot. You can see here Marcus Smart with 4 assists, Tatum with 7 rebounds, Brown with 5 rebounds. So you have your sort of high rebound guys getting rebounds. Now Horford averages 6 a game. Tatum averages 8. So he's at almost 9 rebounds a game. So that's right on pace for him. Marcus Smart with 6 assists a game, so that's right on time for him. So I just feel like it's really happening. Clint Capella with 5-6 rebounds. He averages 11 a game. So I feel like this is working out really well. And what you do is you roll to check on the assist, and then every player has 1 opportunity out of 10. So power forward, small forward, point guard, shooting guard, center have 1 opportunity out of 10, which is 50%. So 50% of the roles here are going to be, one of the players. But then you have 3 more opportunities for an A1 player like Trae Young, and then you have a couple more opportunities for an A2 player, which Marcus Smart, right? So Marcus Smart is listed as an A2. He had 6 assists a game. So I think between 6 and 8 assists a game is going to get the A2, and I think anything over 8 was going to get an A1 rating. And actually, can't remember. Maybe that's what it was. Well, I have to go back and look at the numbers to find out, but that's how you do it. So you roll for an assist, or if it's a rebound, you roll for the rebound, and you can see there's some special markings here for the rebounds, and then same thing for the steals. I've gone ahead and done a capital S for the steals, because for some reason I was thinking I needed a lowercase and an uppercase S, but I got into it and I said, well, I don't really need that, so I'm just going to go with the uppercase all throughout. And then on the defense, you can apply this defense on every single play. So when you get to the shot, you can apply the player's defense. Now for Grant Williams, he's a +6, and which basically means that everything is a make against him. So yeah, I mean basically everything is going to be a make against him, which is a little bit out of character. But there aren't very many of those types of players. Maybe one more. Most guys are going to be between -2 and -1, so it actually works out pretty well, and has kept guys from scoring. So I think the scoring is not down, but it feels like there's some defensive play here. So you'll see. So all right, that's enough introduction, and those are all the changes that I made. I also changed the layout here so that I could put in these little charts. And yeah, here we go. So this is the Celtics at the Hawks, and I want to say that it's Atlanta ball. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to start out with Atlanta having the ball. In fact, let's just do a tip-off because I'm not really sure. So 1-3 is the visiting team, and so it'll be Atlanta ball to start the second half. And here we go. So I'm just rolling every play randomly. So this is going to go to the 2-point play. 2 is to the power forward. So it's going to be John Collins with the ball. And he's got a 2-point jumper. He's guarded by Williams. So basically this is going to be in. So a 2 becomes an 8. And that will be a good jumper for Collins. So I don't want to keep Grant Williams out there too long. He is replaced by started Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum is a -1, but Brown is a 0. So a little better defensive player. I realize I didn't do the assist there, but we'll get to him. We'll get into the flow. So this is going to be to the shooting guard, which is Derek White. 7 is a jumper. So 2-point jumper for White is a 5. He's being guarded by a guy who's a +1, so Bogdanovich. And a 5 becomes a 6. A 6 on the jumper is still a miss. And the rebound goes to 8. 8 is going to be to the center. That's Capella. And Capella brings in his 7th rebound. And we're coming back the other way. This will be a 3-point offense. Ball goes to Aaron Holiday, backup point guard. 10 is going to be a drive to the basket. He's being guarded by Malcolm Brogdon, who's a -1 defender. So this is 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 on the drive is going to be a flush. And so Aaron Holiday with the bucket, as the Hawks start off with a little 4-0 run to start the second half. See if the Celtics can respond. They're in the 3-point offense. This is going to be to Grant Williams. A 9 will be a jumper, so 2-point jumper for Williams. 6 is going to be a miss, and that rebound goes to the shooting guard, which is it's not Murray, it's Bogdanovich. It's the first board of the game. So a little cold here to start the second half for the Celtics. Back to the 3-point offense. 9 is going to be the shooting guard with a drive to the basket. This is Bogdanovich. He's being guarded by Derek White, who's a -1, so that's an 8. 8 on the drive is going to be a layup, as Bogdanovich with the bucket. Brings the 2 points closer. 59-53 is our score. The low post game, this will be small forward Jaylen Brown. 3 for Brown is going to be a steal, so he turns it over. And just a really horrific start here for the Celtics. And let's see who makes the steal. So we have our steals here. We'll roll the D10. It's a 4, and that goes to an S1 if it's available. No S1 available, so, and no S2, so I'm gonna just roll again till I get a player or get tired of rolling. Okay, so it goes to the small forward, so that's DeAndre Hunter. Typically there's another person out there, another player out there. Did I do that? I don't know if I did that or not. Typically there's another player out there with another rating, so I'll just give that to the player with the next highest rating. So ball to Atlanta, pick and roll offense, and this is going to be to the shooting guard. This is Bogdanovich. 4 is going to be out of bounds, so he loses the ball out of bounds, and that'll be a second turnover for Bogdanovich. Celtics with the ball, coming back the other way. Back into the 3-point offense. This will go to the shooting guard White. 8 is going to be a 3-point try. +1 for Bogdanovich's defense, so 5 becomes a 6. And on a 3, that's still going to be a miss. Rebound to the power forward Collins. His second board of the day. And the Celtics just ice cold coming out in the second half. 59-53 is our score. Into the motion offense. Ball's going to go to DeAndre Hunter. 6 will be a drive to the basket. Hunter is being guarded by Jaylen Brown, neutral defender. A 7 on the drive is going to be a slam dunk, and so DeAndre Hunter takes it down the middle of the lane, flushes it for his first bucket of the second half. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. No assist on a drive. 59-55, Celtics have squandered their lead at this point. This is going to be a pick and roll offense to the center. That's Al Horford. Horford with the 3-point shot. He's a 44.6% shooter. Being guarded by Capella. Capella just a neutral defender. And 8 on the 3 is going to be good, so Horford steps out and drains the triple. Big weapon for Al Horford and the Celtics. The assist goes to the point guard. That will be Brogdon. It's his first assist of the game. And back down the way come the Atlanta Hawks. 9's going to go to the shooting guard, Bogdanovich. Once I get to the first TV timeout, I'm going to replace some of these players with some of the starters. You can see there's some guys in foul trouble here. So three for Trae Young, 3 for DeJounte Murray, who has 0 points. He's just been stifled. And then we got 2 for Smart, 2 for White, and 2 for Tatum. So I just wanted to make sure I got them through like half the period before I get them into the game. But there haven't been any fouls up to this point. So Bogdanovich with the drive to the basket, he's being guarded by Derek White. So that 7 becomes a 6, and a 6 is going to be a dunk. So Bogdanovich flushes it as he gets to the rim, and it's going to be 62-57 as the Hawks keep pace here in the third period. 5, it's the point guard Brogdon with a drive to the basket. It's guarded by Holiday a -1, so a 4 becomes a 3, and a 3 on a drive to the basket is going to be a miss. So Holiday forces the miss. The rebound goes to R2. We don't have an R2, so we're going to give it to Capella, the R1. So Capella with 8 boards. And back the other way come the Hawks. Looking to draw even closer. It'll be the point guard, Aaron Holiday, with the ball. 9 is going to be a drive to the basket himself. He's guarded by Brogdon, who's a -1, so that's going to be like taking that away. So it's a 5, and a 5 on a drive is going to be a shooting foul as he gets fouled. On this one, the fouls I do go back here. So he gets fouled by the center, Horford. That's going to be his first, and the first team foul. Try to play team fouls here so that if we get into a 1-on-1 situation, we'll just play that out. It's going to be a 9. That's going to be good. So he just needs a 4 for a make on his free throws. So Holiday puts in 2, and he's got 6 points in the game. 62-59 is our score. Celtics ball. 6 is going to be into the motion offense. This is going to be the point guard, Brogdon. A 4 is a non-shooting foul. So let's see who the foul is on. It is on the center, Capella. That's going to be his second. And maybe at the break we'll have to switch him out for Okongwu. That's a possession. 2, 3 points. It will be to the center, Horford, and a 10 is going to be a drive to the basket. He's guarded by Capella, a neutral defender. So an 8 is going to be up and in for a layup as Horford puts it in for 2. 64-59 is our score, 5-point lead for the Celtics. A little more than 8 minutes left in the quarter, and Atlanta has the ball. This will be to the small forward, Hunter. Hunter with a jump shot. And that jumper is going to be missed. The rebound goes to the small forward. Small forward is Jaylen Brown at this point. Brown with 6 boards in the game. And we're headed back the other way. Let's see if the Celtics can turn the corner here at the midpoint of the third. 8 minutes left in the third period. To the shooting guard, and that's going to be Derek White. A 9 is going to be a 3, so White gets open for the 3. He's guarded by a +1 defender, so a 3 becomes a 4, and that's still going to be a miss, and the rebound is going to go to R2, which we'll put that on Capella. He's got 9 boards. Maybe I should just go ahead and rate out all of the players to R1 through R4, maybe, or R3. That way we can just kind of go down the line to the next available. If they're guys with two of the same rating, then I usually just roll. I just roll a d6, and it's 1 to 3 or 4 to 6. That's how I usually do that. Atlanta with the ball. Capella gets it to the point guard Holiday. Holiday has a drive to the basket. Against Brogdon, a 6 becomes a 5, and that's going to equal a shooting foul. The foul goes to the shooting guard, Derek White. White now with 3 fouls. Second team foul. And we got 2 shots coming for Aaron Holiday. Again, he's a 4. He just needs a 4 for a make. And so he hits them both. Holiday with, he's gone 4 for 4 in this one at the free throw line. Draws the Hawks within 3. And Atlanta has the ball. Who is this? Boston. Boston's got the ball. Into the motion offense, it's going to be the shooting guard, Derek White. 10 is going to be a drive to the basket, guarded by Bogdanovich, and an 11 becomes a 12, and that's going to be a layup for Derek White. White now with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points in the game. And we are to our TV timeout, so I'm going to go ahead and make some substitutions here. Alright, so we got our substitutions brought in. We got our original starting 5 for both teams. So Smart, White, Tatum, Brown, and Horford for the Celtics. Young, Murray, Hunter, Collins, and actually this is not a starter, Okongwu. I'm going to give Clint Capella a little bit of a spell, maybe till the second TV timeout. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that one. Okay, so we are going to go with Atlanta ball. 66-61 is the score. Celtics are up on the Hawks. This goes to the point guard, Trae Young. Atlanta desperately needs to get Trae Young and Murray into the game. 7 is going to be a drive to the basket. He's being guarded by Smart, who is a -1 defender. So that 5 becomes a 4, and a 4 is going to be a miss on the drive for Trae Young. 2, the rebound goes to the small forward Tatum. So Tatum now with 7, 8 boards. And the Celtics are going to run it back. 66-61 is our score in Boston. This will go to the point guard, Marcus Smart. He's got a non-shooting foul. That's going to be on the small forward. So Hunter with his first. And that'll be the first team foul for the Hawks. About 7.5 minutes left in the quarter. Run a new play here. It's going to be the motion offense. Ball into Horford, and Horford with a 2-point jumper. Okongwu, a -1 defender, turns that 10 into a 9, and it's just good. So good defense there by Okongwu, but Horford puts it in for the bucket, and 68-61 is our score. The assist goes to the power forward, that's Brown. Atlanta with the ball. Coming back the other way. Low post offense, and they get it down to the center, Okongwu. Okongwu with the drive to the basket. He's up against Horford. Horford is a -2. That 11 turns to a 9, and he still puts it up and in as Okongwu with a nice drive to the basket. His first bucket of the game. And we head back the other way for the Celtics. 4 is to the shooting guard, Derek White. 7 is going to be a 3-point attempt. He's guarded by Murray. Murray, a neutral defender, so he's not going to affect this shot at all. 7 is up and in, and Derek White bombs away for his first 3 of the game. Makes it 71-63, 8-point lead for the Celtics. The assist goes to the point guard. That's Marcus Smart, his 5th. So 5 assists for Smart. He averages 6 a game. Coming back the other way for Atlanta, that's going to be to the small forward Hunter. An 8 is a 2-point jumper, and he's being guarded by Tatum. 7 becomes a 6, and a 6 on the jumper is going to be a miss, with the rebound going to an R2. R2 is Jason Tatum. So Tatum with his 8th board of the game. And the Celtics come back looking to extend their lead. In the spot-up offense, it'll be the shooting guard Derek White, who gets an opportunity of 4 as a drive to the basket. With Murray on his hip, he is going to put it up and in for the layup. And nice shot there by White, who has 7 points in the third. About 6.5 minutes left in the quarter. Atlanta with the ball. Into the motion offense, it's going to be point guard Trae Young with a non-shooting foul committed by Smart. That's going to be Smart's third team foul. And we'll run it again. So this is the spot-up offense. It's going to be to the shooting guard DeJounte Murray. Oh, and another foul off the ball. That's going to be to the small forward. That's Tatum with his third. 14 foul. And the fouls are starting to pile up for the Celtics here in the third. So 5 minutes left in the quarter. We got the motion offense. That's going to go through the small forward Hunter. Hunter with a 2-point jump shot. And guarded by Tatum, who's a -1 defender. So that 7 becomes a 6. And that's going to be a miss. With the rebound going to the R1. R1 is not there, so that's going to go to the R2, who is Jason Tatum. Another board for Tatum. 2, 4, really, that's 5, so it's going to be 10 rebounds for Jason Tatum. Had to make that change with the R1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we can all just kind of move down the line when those guys aren't there. So, or maybe I just need to massage these numbers so that they're not quite so. There's a few more explicit, a couple more explicit ones. We'll see. So Atlanta back the other way. I'm sorry, this is Boston coming back. That's going to be to the center, Horford. Horford with a drive to the basket. He's got Okongwu on his hip. 6 becomes a 5, and a 5 is going to be a jam. So Horford throws it down. 75 now for the Celtics. 12-point lead over the Hawks. It's 3, 5, 7, 9 points for Horford here in the third quarter. No. A runaway die. There we go, Atlanta ball. And it will be Hunter with the ball, and that's going to be another non-shooting foul on the Celtics. Point guard, that goes to Marcus Smart. We're going to have to get Smart out of the game a little earlier than we thought. This is going to be a 1-on-1 situation for DeAndre Hunter. Let's go ahead and get Brogdon back into the game. Smart with a nice game. He just picking up a lot of fouls. So this is a 1-on-1 for DeAndre Hunter. He needs a 5 at least to make the basket. That's going to be the first one good. And the second one good. So he puts in 2. Hunter's had a nice game. Just DeJounte Murray just not able to get it going in this one. And Trae Young has had several threes in the first half, but just hasn't done anything really in the second half. So Boston ball. Here's a pick and roll, and that's going to be Brogdon, who just came into the game with the ball, and he promptly loses it out of bounds. So that is turnover number 2 for Malcolm Brogdon, and it'll be Atlanta ball. 4 minutes left in the third. Here's a 5. On the ISO play, it'll be the shooting guard, Murray. Let's see if they can get Murray rocking and rolling here. That's going to be a drive to the basket. He's guarded by Derek White, who's a -1, so that turns into a 4, and he gets fouled. It's a shooting foul on the point guard, Brogdon. That'll be Brogdon's first. And he's going to go to the line for 2. So Murray, a good free throw shooter. He needs at least a 4. So he hits the first, and whoo, he hits the second. Hits the front iron, pops up, and goes in. So the first 2 points for Murray come with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Probably not a winning formula for the Hawks. And we are down to about 4.5 minutes left in the quarter. I'm sorry, 3.5 minutes. So that's the 4-minute mark. 3, that's going to be to Al Horford. Horford with the jump shot. 2-point jumper up and over Okongwu. 11 minus 1 is a 10, and a 10 is still good for Al Horford, and now he's got 11 points for the Celtics here in the third. We got a TV timeout. The assist, by the way, goes to the power forward, Jaylen Brown. Got a TV timeout. And who do we need to get back in the game? Let's try to get Capella back in. So Atlanta's going to be at sort of their full strength here. And I think that's where we'll stick for now. So we got both starting 5s out there. Atlanta's ball. There is a little more than 3 minutes left in the quarter. They go to the low post offense. They get it down to John Collins. Collins with a 3-point shot. He's guarded by Jaylen Brown, who's a 0. So a 7 on a 3 is going to be a miss. Right off the back iron, and an 8 is going to be a rebound to the center. That is Horford. Only his second rebound of the game. A little surprising. But going back the other way is the Celtics. He only averages 6 a game, which is okay, but Jaylen Brown out. He out-rebounds him, so a little bit surprising. This will be a low post offense. That goes to the shooting guard, and that's Derek White. White with the drive to the basket, guarded by Murray. And he has an open lane for a layup, and White is going to put that in. 2, 4, 6, 9 points for Derek White here in the third. And the Celtics stretch their lead back out to 12. Had a tough first part of the quarter, and then have really turned it on. This is going to be a small forward who gets his shot blocked. So DeAndre Hunter gets blocked by the small forward. Small forward is Jason Tatum. Tatum with his first block of the game. And the Celtics are going to run it back up the floor. So they get stopped and set up the 3-point offense. This will go to Horford. Horford with a 2-point jumper, guarded by Clint Capella. Capella is a neutral defender, and this is going to be a miss, with the rebound going to the R1, which is Clint Capella. And that's 10 boards in the game for the Hawks center. A little more than 2 minutes left in the quarter. We got the motion offense that's going to go through the point guard Young. 7 is going to be a jumper, so Young with the 2-point shot, guarded by a -1, so that 7 becomes a 6, and that 6 makes him miss. Good defense from Brogdon, with the rebound going to the center, Horford. Third board of the game for Al Horford. And on Trae Young, a 7 is good on a jumper, and that defense caused him to go down to a 6. So you can see that defense does have a little bit of an effect here, especially in these middle numbers, which are going to be the numbers that you roll most often. So I've done that on purpose. To the small forward, that's Jason Tatum. Tatum with the drive to the basket. And he's guarded by DeAndre Hunter, who's a +1 defender, so a 9 becomes a 10. And Tatum lays it up and in. That's his first bucket of the second half. And we are at 81-67, 14-point lead now for the Celtics. About a minute and 45 seconds left in the quarter. To the pick and roll offense, this is going to be to the small forward DeAndre Hunter. And 8 is a 3-point shot. Hunter, 35% 3-point shooter. He needs an 8 for the make. He's being guarded by Tatum, who's a -1, so his 11 becomes a 10. And Hunter rises up and drains the 3. 81-70 is our score. The assist comes from an A2. A2 is going to be DeJounte Murray. He's got 3 assists in the game. This will go into the motion offense. Ball gets to Jaylen Brown. Brown is going to lose the ball out of bounds, and that is turnover number 2 for Jaylen Brown. As we come back the other way, a little more than a minute left in the quarter. That's a spot up offense, and it's going to go to the small forward Hunter. Hunter with a drive to the basket. He's guarded by Tatum, so that 10 becomes a 9, and he's going to get to the rim and lay it up for 2. He's got 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the quarter, and we are down to 1 minute left in the third. Celtics ball. Into the low post offense, that's going to be to the power forward Brown. 3 is going to be a steal, so Brown with back-to-back turnovers. And the steal goes to an S1. Let's see if we have any S1s. We have a couple of S2s here, so let's roll this. So 1 to 3 is Young, 4 to 6 is Murray, and the steal goes to DeJounte Murray, his second steal of the game. Atlanta ball, they're down by 9. 2 is to the 3-point offense. So that'll be Trey Murray, and he's got a drive to the basket. Guarded by Malcolm Brogdon, his 8 becomes a 7, and a 7 is a slamma-jamma. Trae Young with his first bucket of the second half. And we have a couple more possessions left. 1 for Boston, 1 for Atlanta. So we go into the low post offense, and that will be to Horford. Horford, down low, makes a spin move to the basket, and that's going to be a layup for Horford. Really nice third quarter for Al Horford. And last possession of the quarter goes to the Hawks. Hawks in the motion offense. This is going to be to the point guard Young, and Young gets a contested jumper. 10 becomes a 9, and that's going to be good as Trae Young knocks it down with no more time left. And that will be 4 points in the quarter for Trae Young. The assist is going to go to DeJounte Murray. He's got 4 assists in the game. That takes us to the end of the third. We head to the start of the fourth quarter, and the score is 83-76. Got a good one here between the Celtics and the Hawks. So I'm just going to mark off my quarter. Capella not really figuring into the scoring at all. Neither is Marcus Smart. Jaylen Brown shut out that quarter. And let's see. Let me figure out the totals here. All right, so we are at 83-76. Confirm that with all my stuff here. Trae Young hit the shot at the end of the quarter, so it's going to be Celtics ball to start the fourth. They start out in a pick and roll offense, and they're going to get the ball to Brogdon. Brogdon promptly loses it out of bounds, so it's going to be turnover number 3 for Malcolm Brogdon. Atlanta with the ball, they get into the low post game. Let's go down to DeAndre Hunter. Hunter with the drive to the basket. He's guarded by Jason Tatum, who's a -1. So 6 becomes a 5, and 5 is a shooting foul instead of 2-point dunk. So this goes a foul on Brown. Brown's second. That's his first of the fourth quarter, first team foul. And we're going to have 2 shots coming up for DeAndre Hunter. He needs a 5 to be a make. That's going to be a 9. So he makes the first, and he makes the second. And Hunter starts off the fourth in the positive direction for the Hawks. They cut the lead to 5. Boston with the ball. 6 is going to be to Tatum. Tatum with the 2-point jumper, guarded by DeAndre Hunter. 6 becomes a 7, and that's a good thing because that's going to mean a make. So Jason Tatum with a little 16-footer as he drops it in, and that will be an assist from the power forward, Brown. Brown's got 3 in the game, right on his average. So this will be to the isolation play. They get it down to John Collins, Atlanta with the ball, and Collins has the ball stolen from him as he tries to make a little shake and bake. So Collins with the turnover. Steal goes to S2. S2 is going to be between Tatum and Brown. So 1 to 3 is Tatum, 4 to 6 is Brown. That's going to be Jason Tatum with the steal. His second steal of the game. 11 minutes left in the game, and Celtics with the ball. 85-78 is our score. To the point guard, Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon with the drive to the basket, guarded by Trae Young, who's a -2 defender, so that 9 becomes a 7, and that's still going to be a dunk for Malcolm Brogdon. Sorry about that. It was a little stutter. 87-78. So even with a good defender on him, Brogdon takes it in for the layup. This will be to the small forward, DeAndre Hunter. Hunter has it stolen, and that's going to be turnover number 1 for Hunter as turning up the defense, especially Jason Tatum. That's 2 steals in a row, 3 for the game. And Boston comes back the other way. Boston should win this game, so they are the better team. That was a 1, if I could find it. This goes to Brogdon, the point guard, and he is going to take the ball to the hoop. 7 minus 2 is a 5, so that's going to lead to a shooting foul on 1. So that's Trae Young with the foul. That's his 4th foul. As he hammers Brogdon going up for the layup. Brogdon needs a 4 for a make, and that's going to be 1 good and 2 good. So Brogdon calmly puts them both in. He's got 4 in the 4th. Celtics are up 89-78, 11-point lead for the Celts. We head to Atlanta bringing the ball up the floor. They're going to run the pick and roll offense. That gets it to DeJounte Murray. Murray with the drive to the basket, guarded by Derek White. White is a -1, so that's a 4. A 4 on the drive is going to be a shooting foul. So Murray gets to the line, and that'll be a foul on the center, Horford, just his second team foul for the Celtics. And 2 shots coming up for DeJounte Murray. Murray needs a 4. Ooh, he just gets it there. And he gets it there, so he knocks them both down. 2 points for Murray. He's only got 4 for the game. Let's see if he gets hot here in the 4th. Maybe they can try to get the ball to him just a little bit more. He's a 46% field goal shooter, 34% from 3. He typically averages 20 a game. So let's see if they can get him a little bit more into the game. This game it's been Hunter who's showing out. 3-point offense is going to go through Jason Tatum. Tatum with a 3. He's going up and... Let's roll it again. He's going up and over Hunter. 10 becomes an 11, and that 3 is good. So Jason Tatum bombs away Puts the Celtics up by 12. Again, that assist is going to go to the small forward. Obviously, he can't assist himself, so that's him creating his own shot. And tell you what, let's go ahead and choose. Now let's try to get them back in the game and see if they can get through to the three-point shot. So we got a lot of plays for the shooting guard and the small forward. They're both 35% three-point shooters, so hopefully the Hawks can get back in. But of course it goes to the power forward, and that's going to be a three-point shot for John Collins. Just a 30% three-point shooter. He's guarded by Jaylen Brown, so there's no defense. And that 5 is going to be a miss. That board goes to the R1. And we'll drop that down to the R2, which is Jason Tatum. Tatum now with 10, 11 boards in this ball game. About 9.5 minutes left in the game. We got a 5 here. Isolation play. The power forward, Jaylen Brown. And Brown is going to pull up for the jumper with Collins on him, and that will be good as Jaylen Brown knocks it down. His first points of the second half. He had a really good first half. Excellent first half. And has been largely quiet here in the second. Assist there goes to the A1. I don't have an A1, so we'll get it to the shooting guard. That is Derek White. His first assist. And the ball is to Atlanta. They run the spot up offense. They get the small forward Hunter into the game. That's going to be a jump shot for Hunter. He's guarded by Jason Tatum. So his 10 becomes a 9, and he's going to knock that down. Hunter with another bucket. 94-82 is our score, with the assist going to the A2. And that will be to DeJounte Murray. Murray now with 5 assists in the game. Boston coming back down the floor. This is a 4. They go into the low post offense. They get it down to Horford. Horford with a three-pointer. A little bit of a specialty for him, but not something you get very often out of the low post offense, and it doesn't matter as he drains it. Horford with his fourth 3 of the game. And he has had quite a game. 1, the assist goes to Brown. Brown with 4 assists now. It's Atlanta with the ball. They're down by 14. And they need to get some offense going pretty quickly. This goes down to the center, Capella. He's got to drive to the basket on Horford. Horford, good defender at a -2, so 7 becomes a 5, but that doesn't matter as Capella throws it down, and that's going to be his first bucket of the second half. Oh, that wasn't right. There we go. So Capella brings the Hawks to within 12. This will be the motion offense for Boston. 7 is going to be to the power forward Brown, and Brown with a 2-point jumper. John Collins on him. And the jumper is missed, with a rebound going to DeJounte Murray, the second board of the game. And Atlanta comes back trying to get back into this one. Let's go ahead and put them into the three-point offense. Play the percentages here. The 6 goes to DeAndre Hunter, and Hunter has a jump shot. So 2-point jump shot against Tatum. Tatum with a -1, so that's a 2. A 2 on the jumper is going to be a miss, with the rebound going to the R1, and that'll go to Tatum again. And so get him marked up. Tatum with the rebound. There are 8 minutes left in this game. Pick and roll offense for the Celtics. It's going to go to Al Horford. Horford with the drive to the basket. Capella not providing any resistance, and an 8 is going to be a layup. So Horford again just continuing a monster game for the Celtics as they lead 98-84, and they continue to put pressure on the Atlanta offense. Going to put them, let's put them in the spot up, see if they can get some offense going here. It's going to be to the power forward, John Collins. A 12 is going to be a block shot, and that's not going to help anything. So the block goes to the center, which is Horford. Horford with his first block of the game. And the Celtics come down in the spot-up offense themselves. That's going to be to Tatum. Tatum with the 2-point jump shot. Guarded by Hunter, a 6 becomes a 7, and that's good enough to knock it down. 7 points now in the fourth quarter for Jason Tatum. And let's see if we need to... the assist goes to... assist goes to the center. Horford, so that was going to be a direct dish out to Tatum. Let's get Marcus Smart back in the game. Smart with 4 fouls. He's the only one really in foul trouble. Trae Young with 4 himself. So we're all back to full strength, and let's see how this one plays out in the final 7 minutes. Atlanta with the ball. The ISO play, they're running that for DeAndre Hunter. Hunter puts the ball on the floor and he goes to the basket against Tatum. And that's a 7. He's going to throw it down. Hunter with a really nice game so far. And that brings the Hawks to within 14. 7 minutes left in the game. Celtics trying to hold on here. ISO play to the point guard, Marcus Smart. And that'll be a drive to the basket on Smart. He's against a good defender. A 10 becomes an 8. And an 8 is still a layup as Smart puts it in. He's got just 4 points in the game. But he extends the Boston lead to 16. Got a spot up shot here. This is going to come from the shooting guard, Murray. Murray is going to eschew the shot, and he's going to take it to the rim. Guarded by Derek White. Good defensive team for the Celtics. They have -5 on the floor right now. So good defensive team. Drive to the basket is going to be 7 minus 1 is 6, and he takes it in for the flush. So Murray, with just his 6th point of the game, he draws Atlanta within 14. And we got a 6. That's going to be a motion offense to Jason Tatum. Tatum draws the non-shooting foul, so as he's going to the basket, he gets fouled by the small forward Hunter. Hunter just his 2nd foul of the game. Well, yeah, 2nd team foul of the 4th quarter. Celtics run it back again. This is a motion offense. Goes through Horford this time. Horford draws a foul as well. As he tries to go to the basket, it gets bumped. And that foul is going to be on the small forward. So Hunter picking up 2 quick ones. It's not a shooting foul. He makes a swipe on Horford. Motion offense again. This time through Horford. And a 3 is going to be the big man losing it out of bounds. So maybe a little opening here for the Hawks as they go into the low post offense. Try to get Trae Young into the game. 11 is going to be a non-shooting foul that goes off the power forward Brown. Brown just his 3rd. His 3rd foul. And let's see what the Hawks got here. They got the spot up offense. This will go to Trae Young. Young with a block shot. As he tries to get to the rim, he gets it blocked by the power forward Brown. Brown with his 2nd block of the game. And we're going back the other way with the ball. Are the Celtics 102-88. We've hit a little bit of a lull here. We got the spot up offense with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum with the drive to the basket, and that's going to be DeAndre Hunter on his hip. A 7 becomes an 8, and that's going to be a nice layup for Jason Tatum. He's got 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the 4th as Tatum is making it happen for the Celtics. It's the Tatum and Horford show at this point. We got a 2, this 3-point offense, that's going to go through the small forward Hunter, and a 5 is going to be a 3 as he raises up over Jason Tatum. He's going to need a pretty good roll here. He's going to need at least a 9. And he gets an 8, which becomes a 7, which is a miss because of Tatum's defense. So 8 minus 1 is 7, and a 7 is going to be a miss right there. The rebound goes to the R1, which is, we're going to drop that down to Tatum, who's the R2. And the Celtics come back the other way. Lots of opportunities here for Atlanta, but they got to hit the shots. Pick and roll offense goes through the power forward Jaylen Brown. Brown with a drive to the basket. He's got John Collins on him. A 5 is going to be in there as Jaylen Brown hammers it home. 106-88 now. This one turning into a rout. Atlanta, desperate to get some offense. They go into the 3-point set. It's going to go to DeJounte Murray. Murray with a drive to the basket. He's got Derek White on him. A 6 becomes a 5, and that turns into a shooting foul. And the foul is on the small forward Tatum as he reaches in as the player goes by. And it's going to be Murray with 2 shots. He needs a 4 for a make. That's 1 and 2. So Murray puts them both in. Trying to recover from a scoreless first half is DeJounte Murray. Just a tough game for him. Boston in the lead with a little more than 4 minutes left in the game. This is going to be to the power forward Jaylen Brown. Brown with the drive to the basket, and Collins is what stands between him and a dunk, and he cannot stop him as Brown puts it in. 6 points now for Jaylen Brown in the fourth quarter. Atlanta back down the floor. This is going to be to the center, Clint Capella. Capella is going to take his chances with a drive to the basket. Al Horford, a good baller. He's got a 2, and that's going to lead us to an offensive foul. As good defense from Al Horford. The foul is on Clint Capella. That'll be his third team foul. And we're headed back the other way for Boston. 20-point lead for the Celtics as they have really extended here in the fourth. This is going to be Marcus Smart with the 3-point opportunity against Trae Young. Trae Young all up in his grill. That's going to be a 6, and a 6 is going to be a miss. Rebound goes off to Capella. That's who I was going to give it to anyway. So Capella with 11 boards in the game. And the Atlanta offense gets it going again. The ISO to the point guard, Trae Young. Trae Young gets an open jumper. Smart turns his jumper from a 5 to a 4. A 4 is going to be a miss, but that's going to be an offensive rebound to the R2. And let's just go ahead and give that, well, let's roll for it. So offensive rebound to Capella. And I like to keep them on an offensive rebound in the same set because that's just kind of, there's a flow of play. That will be the small forward, Hunter. And Hunter with a drive to the basket, so he goes right back up. He's guarded by Tatum. 10 becomes a 9, and that will be good for a layup, looks like. So Hunter with another bucket. He's got 8 in the fourth. Brings our score 108 to 90. Was there an assist? We'll give the assist to Trae Young. Boston with the ball. 3 minutes left in this one as they're trying to run down the clock here. This will be Jason Tatum with a 2-point jump shot. Fadeaway up and over Hunter, and that's going to be good as Tatum knocks it down from 14. Good game from Jason Tatum. And the assist comes from the A1. We'll give that to Marcus Smart. Here's an ISO play for Atlanta. It's Trae Young with the ball. And he's going to start with a drive to the basket. He's going to pull up and take a jumper. 7 becomes a 6, and a 6 on the jumper is a miss, with the rebound going to the shooting guard. So Derek White with the board, his second rebound of the game. Trae Young, ice cold, 20-point lead for the Celtics. Low post action. This will be to the power forward Jaylen Brown. Brown with the drive on John Collins. Defense collapses on him, but it's not enough as Jaylen Brown lays it up and in. He's got 8 in the fourth, and we are a little over 2 minutes left in the game. And the Celtics handling this one. The ISO game, this is going to be to the point guard Young. 3 is going to be a steal as Young turns it over. His first turnover of the game. And the steal goes to an S1. Do we have an S1? We have 3 S2s. So we have a 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 10. So 1 to 3 is to Marcus Smart. That'll be a steal. His first steal of the game. I don't know if I marked that or not, but I'll just leave it like that. So Smart with the steal. And it goes to the three-pointer, to the small forward Tatum, and that'll be a drive for Jason Tatum as he gets a little bit of a crease against DeAndre Hunter, and 8 becomes a 9, and that's going to be another layup for Jason Tatum. Having a really nice fourth quarter is the Boston Celtics superstar. Didn't have much of a first half, only 2, 4, 6, 7 points in the first, but he's turned it on here in the second. Pick and roll. This is going to go to the center as Capella comes off the pick. They get him the ball, and he is going to take it to the rim against Al Horford. He's going to have to bring his A game. It's a 3. That was a 3. And a 3 minus 2 is a 1. You can't go to a 1. So that's going to be another offensive foul as he takes on foul number 4. 4-team foul for Atlanta. And just a tough one. 2 offensive fouls for Capella as Horford playing good defense, getting in front of him as he tries to go to the basket. This will be Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown with the short jumper against John Collins, and he knocks it down. Jaylen Brown now with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in the fourth. And the Celtics extend their lead, dominating this one. 4 is going to be the assist. We'll call that to Marcus Smart. He's got 7 in the game. Thought I was going to have to catch that one. There's a 5. This is the ISO play, and that will go to the power forward John Collins, but he has it stolen. So Collins with 3 turnovers in this one, and the steal goes to the point guard. So second steal of the game for Marcus Smart as he reaches in and knocks it away from the power forward John Collins. Spot up offense. This goes to the shooting guard Derek White. White with a 2-point jumper against DeJounte Murray. Murray with 0 defense, so that jumper is going to be up and good. As Derek White, his first 2 of the fourth quarter, extends the lead 118 to 90, and this one got ugly fast. We'll give the assist there to Horford. Excuse me. We have less than a minute left. Atlanta with the ball. This is going to be a 4. So that goes through the small forward Hunter, and Hunter with a 3-point shot. He's got Jason Tatum on him. So 10 becomes a 9, and that is going to be good. As DeAndre Hunter rises up and hits the 3. One of the bright spots for Atlanta in this game. And the assist comes from the A1, which is going to be Trae Young. Low post play here for the Celtics. They get it down to Horford. Horford with the drive to the basket on Capella. Horford's had a great game. Can he finish it off? He gets fouled, and the foul is on the power forward, which is Collins. Collins' first foul. And we're going to get 2 shots, as that's a shooting foul. Horford puts in the first. He needs at least a 6, and so he misses the second. With the rebound going to the shooting guard. So we'll give Murray the rebound. We'll do the 1 of 2 for Horford. So makes the first, misses the second. And we got 1 possession left in this one. 118.93. I should give him 1. Sorry, 119.93. And the Hawks come back down. They run the low post offense. A little surprising, but just trying to get the game over, I guess. Power forward with the non-shooting foul, and we're going to roll that again because I want it to be a shot. So that's going to be a jumper for Collins, and a 7 with Jaylen Brown on him is going to be good, as Collins finishes his day with a bucket and makes the score just slightly more respectable. That was an assist from the center, Capella, his first assist. And that's all she wrote in this one. 119-95 as the Hawks get destroyed in this one. They were down by 7 going into the 4th, and just a horrible 4th quarter. Let me total some things up, and then I'll get back with those. All right, so back with the totals in this one. 120-97 is our final score, as the Celtics hand it to the Hawks, who are visiting Boston. For the losing side, high player was Hunter, so DeAndre Hunter with 35 points, 1 rebound. For Trae Young, it's 15 and 3 assists, 15 and 2 boards for the power forward Collins, 8 points, 12 boards for Clint Capella. For the Celtics, high point man is going to be Horford. Horford with 33 points, 3 assists, 3 boards, and 1 block. Tatum with 22. He had 1 assist, 13 rebounds, so double-double for Jason Tatum. And he threw in 3 blocks. And also Jaylen Brown all over the place. 24 points, 4 assists, 6 boards, 2 blocks. And even Brogdon, 16 points off the bench. So just a destruction in this one from the Celtics, as the game was pretty tight. It was at 12 at the half. At the end of the 3rd, the Hawks had cut it to 7. And then they get absolutely destroyed, giving up 37 in the 4th to the Celtics. The Celtics hot and didn't look back, and the defense for the Celtics turned away some of the shots for the Hawks. So 120-97 is our score. Again, this is a don't know the name of this game yet. If you have any suggestions or comments about that, leave it down in the comment section below. If you have any ideas about how you can make certain things better or smoother, especially with doling out assists, maybe I just need to give a few less of these A1, A2s, and then just make sure that everybody has an assist, rebound, and steal rating. So maybe I can see that that's going to be helpful. So that if there's no A1, you go to the A2. If there's no A2, you go to the A3, and then you might just have to roll to see which of those A3s it was. So a little bit more legwork, but hopefully it's not too difficult to do that. But trying to make sure that everyone gets assists. You know, these two are the high point assist people. So 6 assists a game, 10 a game, and then you go down to 1, less than 1. So really, that's all being reflected here pretty well. The assists here, 6 a game for Smart, 4 for White, 4 for Tatum, 3 and 3. And then you see those are kind of doled out pretty well, actually, through here. So maybe it's not so off as I think, but just maybe a better system for giving those assists whenever there's not the explicit A1, A2. So let me know what you think about that too. Is that a good system? Does it feel a little bit better, like the players who are doing those things are getting those things? So that'd be helpful, because here we only have one we have the R1 and nobody else, has any rebound ratings. So we need some way to sort of distinguish those other players, or we could just roll against these 4, which is fine. But maybe there's a little better systematic way to do that. I'm using this. Hopefully that is helpful to you to be able to see the score nice and big. And I feel like when I can see and know the score, it helps me stay in the game. And what do you think about game flow? What do you think about any of the things that are happening in the game? Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Playing one half of the game here, and you can tell by how long this takes, about how long it takes to play the game. And it's shot by shot with offensive rebounds and the full gamut, and fouls and everything else. So you get all the detailed statistics. This is using the Triple Threat Basketball score sheet, so I could just rebrand that, or unbrand it, I guess, to be used with any game. And it gives you the totals. It gives you, a way to keep fouls, and it does give you a running score. It's a little bit small, but it does give you the ability to do a running score, so you can check that out. All right. Again, any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. Otherwise, I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.